Are you tired of drinking regular old water? Do you need a new drink for a hot summer's day? Now introducing Clippers Tears. This drink comes straight from the source of the Clippers fan base. Clippers Tears are especially good while watching Clippers highlights. They taste even better when looking at Clippers stats. Order now. This product won't be available after the second round of the playoffs. Warning, this product can and will cause you to choke.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Laker fans! Our path to the finals has never been any easier. From the start of the season, I've always felt that if we make it to the finals, we are gonna win. But our biggest challenge was gonna be overcoming the Clippers in the Western Conference Finals. But ladies and gentlemen, do I have good news for y'all today? I need a sip of my drink. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Jamal Murray, if and when the Lakers win a championship this year, I am making a public request for you to get a ring as well. There is just so much crap I have to talk today that I don't even know where to begin. And I just had to ask myself the biggest and most important question I've ever had to ask myself on this channel. And that question is, who do I want to roast first today, baby? Let's go. And I'm gonna start with Doc Rivers, because I think out of everybody who is at fault, Doc Rivers is getting the majority of the pass. But he's not getting no pass from me. There's no easy way to put this. There's no beating around the bush when it comes to what I'm about to say. Straight up, y'all, Doc Rivers needs to get fired. There shouldn't be any consideration. There shouldn't be any compromising. Doc Rivers needs to get out of that coaching spot immediately. And I'm not just talking about what we saw yesterday. I'm talking about everything that's been going on for the past 7 or 8 years. Doc Rivers has had Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan on the same team for like 4 or 5 years, and not once did he make as much as the Western Conference Finals. How many 3-1 leads is Doc Rivers gonna blow? How many trades do the Clippers need to make for Doc Rivers to win something with the players he gets? And just this postseason alone, how many teams are gonna make a comeback on the Clippers? Let's start off with the Dallas Mavericks. In Game 4, the Clippers were up more than 20 points on the Mavericks. Luka and the Mavericks made a comeback that game, and that's the game where Luka hit that insane game winner. And then Game 5 this year against the Denver Nuggets. My sweet Denver Nuggets. I am a Denver Nugget fan for the day. But Game 5 against the Denver Nuggets, the Clippers were up somewhere around 15 points, give or take. The Denver Nuggets made a comeback and won Game 5. And keep in mind, the Clippers were up 3-1 at that point. So if the Clippers would have won, I wouldn't be here today roasting them. But no, they just had to choke that lead. And then in Game 6, the Clippers were up 16 points, and once again, the Nuggets made a comeback and won that game. And now yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, yesterday! Do I even really need to say what happened? Is there anything for me to really say about yesterday's game that isn't already obvious? The Clippers are terrible. The Clippers are overrated. The Clippers never belonged in LA. I don't want to hear anything from you Clippers fans today. Especially not Star, especially not Cruz. I don't want to hear nothing from y'all. You guys have no room to talk. Not only do you guys blow leads in the game, but you guys blow series leads. You guys let the Mavericks make a comeback. The 7th seed, led by a 21-year-old. Then you guys let the Nuggets make a comeback, led by a 23-year-old. Led by a dude who outed his business on social media a few months ago. And y'all expect me to have sympathy with y'all? I never liked y'all in LA to begin with. Get out of Los Angeles. This is only for the Lakers. You're disrespecting the city of Los Angeles. Get out of here. So that's all I'm gonna say about Doc Rivers for the day. The dude comes off as an extremely nice guy, so nothing personal against him. All I'm saying is there are a bunch of men and women who are waiting for an NBA job who could do a whole lot better than Doc Rivers. Cry me a river, Doc. Come on. Alright, next I'm gonna talk about Mr. Kawhi Leonard. And you know what? I'm not even gonna call him Kawhi. I'm gonna call him Kawhere. As in, where you at in the 4th quarter, my dude? Him and Paul George, or should I say George Paul, combined for a beautiful 0 points in the 4th quarter last night. Not just 0 points, but 0 for 11 from the field. Do you know how terrible that is? Well, of course you do. It can't get any worse. Literally. You and I, you watching this and me filming this, could have had the exact same stat line last night in the 4th quarter. I could have not shot the ball and had just as many points. I could have granny styled every single shot and had just as many points in the 4th quarter. And we're not getting paid no 30-something million like George Paul and Kawhi Leonard. So if they can each get paid more than $30 million to put up 0 points, Where's my 30 million? Where's your 30 million? We need to go to the Clippers front office right now and say we are more than qualified for this job, damn it. And I'm gonna skip around before I talk about George Paul. Let's talk about Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. Do y'all boys want a sip of my Clippers tears? CJ, I know you have your own little wine company and stuff, and when I turn 21 in a couple of months, I can't wait to give it a little go. But for now, if y'all want some Clippers tears, I am telling y'all, these tears are mighty delicious. They come straight from the source of those Clippers fans. If the Clippers even have fans that want to admit to being so. Anyway, for those who may not know, Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum were speaking absolutely recklessly last night on the internet. CJ McCollum tweeted at Damian Lillard, "Yo, Dame Lillard, you got an extra villa available in Cabo?" Let's go. Cancun on 3. And CJ McCollum also said, "I wonder if they packed before the game." CJ, you're foul for that. You're a dirty dog. You are a foul, dirty dog for that one. If they fly private, they can get into Mexico for sure. Should probably get the big jet. And the funniest CJ McCollum tweet of the night. Before I put it up on the screen, you guys need to know one little piece of information. After the unfortunate shooting of Jacob Blake, the Clippers were one of the teams who decided they do not want to play the rest of the season. So just keep that in mind when I read this tweet. My last tweet before I finish the glass of Clippers tears, I'm assuming. They did vote. They didn't want to play no more, but I didn't think they was gonna go out like that. And then Damian Lillard had a couple tweeting for himself he had to do. He said, at Patrick Beverly, "I guess I should extend this Cancun invite since I haven't made my arrangements yet." And I can go on and on with all these tweets, but you guys get the point. NBA players can't wait to get a kick out of Paul George and Kawhi. Now, I didn't really take any notes for this game. I decided I'm just gonna speak from the heart. Nothing is more honest than a truthful, heartfelt statement. The Clippers suck. Paul George had 5 turnovers yesterday and only 4 made field goals. I'm sorry, that is just flat out trash. I never want to hear the term playoff P again. And that's what you get for not giving my dad a tip when he gave you an Uber ride, George Paul. George Paul and Kawhi Leonard combined for 24 points, and Jamal, Instagram story Murray, had 40 points by himself. Do you know how embarrassing that is for a 23-year-old by himself to have almost twice as many points as 2 maxed out players? It's just trash. Flat out, absolute, miserable, smelling garbage. George Paul is a straight up disappointment. He cried about being on the Pacers. He forced a trade to Oklahoma. He started calling himself Playoff P, then got bounced out of the playoffs by a rookie. He forced a trade out of Oklahoma to team up with Kawhi, and all of that just to lose once again. This really is a textbook example of a pitiful choke job. All the assets that the Clippers traded just to get George Paul, and I'm telling y'all this right now, for however long the Clippers are in Los Angeles, they will never win a championship. They are stealing the Lakers swag. Los Angeles is a Lakers town. The only people from Los Angeles who are Clippers fans are the people who were bullied in middle school. Clippers, you guys need to get out of Los Angeles. You guys make Los Angeles look bad. This is Kobe Bryant's city. Have some respect. Los Angeles is a city of champions, and you guys have 0 championships. That's like me showing up to a party of billionaires. I'm a broke college kid. I don't belong in no party of billionaires. You guys are a broke franchise. You don't belong in Los Angeles. And one last thing I want to say to that sorry excuse of a franchise before I hop off. What makes this loss look even worse on you guys is that pitiful excuse y'all gave in the post-game interview. Let me pull up the quote so I don't misphrase anything. After the game, George Paul said that this year was not a championship or bust year. His exact words were, "Internally, we've always felt this is not a championship or bust year for us." Dude, if you don't shut the, what do you mean this isn't a championship or bust year? And then later on, he went to say, "Oh, this is our first year playing together." Now, to me, that sounds like an obvious excuse. But if Paul George is serious about what he's saying, that just shows me he will never win a championship. Champions don't say that. You don't say, "Oh, this wasn't the year we really expected to win. This was more like a trial year." Can you imagine Kobe Bryant saying that? So either way, whether he believes that or not, that just shows Paul George does not have the heart of a champion. But other than that, speaking on behalf of the Laker community, we have the easiest path to the NBA Finals right now. And I will say, if for some reason we don't win the championship, I will wholeheartedly admit that the Lakers choked this postseason as well. George Paul, Kawhi Leonard, just retire. You guys really just need to retire.
If you're still here, consider watching this other video I picked out for you down below. Please just watch it. I'm trying to get to 300 subs, so go watch that video. Let me know what y'all think. And hit the like button on that video too. All right, see you guys.